Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Kyle in the booth. Say hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Fans of Commander Versus will recognize Kyle. He's filling in for the day while some others are out of the office. He will be taking your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure you tag at Star City Games so he can see them. Send his favorites over to us. As always, we are brought to you by Star City Games, as well as Carnox Chairs.
Whoops. Continue.
If you want 10% off a Carnox chair, use our affiliate link, carnox.com/SCG.
It recovered.
Corey, what are you doing?
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that was my bad. We got to start it off right? New year, new problems, new things, you know?
Was that the chair's fault?
That was the chair's fault.
Okay,
I was so
right.
excited over the chairs.
Don't blame the chair.
What an endorsement.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to add some cup holders to our Carnox chairs.
I think we do. We do. Kyle, can you get some towels later, pretty please?
That'll be the next step, is cup holders on our Carnox chairs.
Absolutely.
That'll cost you an extra $20, so you really need the 10%.
It should, yes. 100%.
We are starting our preview season.
Yes.
For Beyond
New cards.
Yeah, we've had a lot of them over the last week. We had a few trickle in December, but a lot more over this last week, and that means it's time to start brewing some standard decks.
Yeah.
So we're back
in the lab.
Yes, we are back in the lab with some sweet standard decks, and with Theros Beyond Death and the whole Theros plane, that means some devotion decks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be playing Mono Black Devotion.
Starting off with the true what we're probably going to be seeing. Monocolored decks are going to shine, and I think these are the two that kind of stuck out right away as being pretty obvious. Like, Gray Merchant is one of the most powerful devotion cards ever. And yeah, I mean, Mono White, we're not seeing as much really true devotion into it. We're still just kind of an aggro deck, but still going to be really cool to see. Yeah.
Yes. So the Gray Merchant Mono Black Devotion deck, this is much more of an actual devotion deck as opposed to the Mono Black deck that existed in the original Theros era.
Yeah.
You know, that deck was more of just a mid-range deck that happened to have enough permanence where Gray Merchant was good, and it helped you with Underworld connections and things like that. But it was playing a lot of interaction, Thoughtseize, a bunch of removal, Underworld connections to draw cards, and not a ton of threats. It was just Pack Rat, Desecration Demon, Gray Merchant, and either Lifebane Zombie or Nightville Spectre.
100%,
This deck is much more trying to get onto the battlefield. It's a little bit more aggressive. I'm starting in the curve at 1 with Knight of the Ebon Legion, which is just a really efficient creature, a really great mana sink.
One of the best 1-drops printed in 2019, and if not the.
But we're still, we're developing our battlefield a lot more, less removal. Even one of our removal spells can add Devotion and Murderous Rider, so that's a great addition to the deck.
Yeah.
But one of the key synergies here is going to be between Gray Merchant, which before fueled Underworld connections, but now is fueling Bolas' Citadel.
Yeah, I love that.
Casting Gray Merchant off the top and just paying 5 life and gaining at least 5 back, right?
Yeah.
If those two are the only things you have, you already gain the life back.
Yeah.
But you're probably going to gain even more, be able to cast even more spells. Maybe you find a second Gray Merchant. I can see games immediately ending. If you hit the right cards off the top, the game might just end the turn you cast Bolas.
Yeah, if you get to that stage against this deck especially, it's just lights out. But even like if you get into a mid-range fight, against another maybe slower-ish deck, you're going to get to that point, and that's just going to be very backbreaking. So it might not be as insanely good in this matchup as it would be in the others, just because it's going to be harder to get to that point of the game. And you're going to be able to control me with your other creatures, and that may be a little bit win more there. But against any other like mid-range shell, if you get that going, it's like, what do people do, So
no, very, very powerful interaction, and one I'll be excited to explore. This is our first pass at it. As Corey has alluded to, he's going to be playing a mono white aggro deck, still with a couple devotion cards in it. We're playing 4 copies of Heliod, and not a ton of multi-devotion cards, but so many 1-mana plays that you should be able to get up to 5 devotion. You also have some Conclave Tribunals that can add some extra ones, and then you are playing 4 copies of Daxos, so that's a really good double white 2-drop, and with the life gain that card provides, I thought going back to a Johnny's Pridemate is really smart.
I love that. The old Healer Hawks into a Johnny's Pridemate has always been fun.
And Daxos can help it out too, giving creatures lifelink if you need that mana sink, or Heliod can do that. So you've got several ways to help pump up that Johnny's Pride Mate. So this white weenie deck is a little bit better at going big, like making a lot of big creatures.
Yeah.
You still have 18 1-drops. You still have Venerated Loxodon. So you still have the ability to go live.
That plan never was bad. You know, we haven't seen it as much now because like Oko dominated, Wicked Wolf kind of dominated that, and you know, there's a decent amount of Wraths in the format and standard, so Mono White's kind of fallen off. But, you know, I mean, this White God may be just the thing to bring it back.
Yeah, definitely a good card for helping you at least play a little bit through sweepers. So,
yes.
you know, if you put that on the battlefield and then have a couple creatures out to get it up to 5, you can hold back the rest, and then if they sweep you, deploy those, turn the Helion back on.
Yeah, Helion with sweepers, I think, or Helion just against any kind of Wrath of God effect is going to be something that White really needs, is something to live through that. So it's hard to get it back to Devotion, of course, but, you know, not impossible.
And then if you go big, then the sweepers like Flame Sweep and Cry the Carnarium might not do enough.
Yeah.
You know, even just turn 1 Healer's Hawk, turn 2 Pride Mate, suddenly you've got a 3/3.
Yeah.
And that's going to survive both of those. And that card's only getting bigger, so they're incentivized to just trade 1 for 1 for the Hawk.
Yeah.
Or they're going to fall further behind to the Pride Mate. So
it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, so I like the dual role that this deck can play.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see it on display in these games.
Let's try it. Okay, so I got the marbles, so you're going to be going first.
Indeed.
Let's see what we got. All right. I am excited to play some new standard. Like I said, Christmas morning.
This morning was last month.
Oh, whoops. Well, we just got our first snow, so Christmas is back.
You were in North Dakota, so I'm sure you saw a ton of snow.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
We didn't.
Hated it.
There was some snow on the ground when I landed in Connecticut, but we did not get any in the 10 days I was there.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like 68 degrees here, though, on Saturday, so I don't think it's going to last very long.
No, I guess that's one thing you're not used to, right? When you get snow in North Dakota, it is there until April.
Oh, yeah. If it snows, you have 3 months, and it's that first snow is just dread, right?
Yeah. The snow here is gone in a day.
Love it. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
I don't even shovel my stairs. It just melts.
Yeah.
I've got a reasonable hand here. Going to need to draw some lands, but I've got a lot of early action, and that's what's important.
And mine's a little clunky, but this is good enough. Yeah.
Okay. Start on a swamp.
Okay. Swamp. Ooh, not a bad draw there. We're going to start with our knight. Just get the most power possible into play.
Okay. Castle Lochthwain, and let's play a Fen Lurker. Have you discard a card.
All right.
Try to get this trade with the knight off and get a clean 2 for 1 to start.
It's a pretty good card. God, I think I am just going to discard... Guess this. That feels really bad. Yeah, let's not do that. I'm going to discard a Loxodon.
Exiled.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You're up.
All right, so I don't want to attack into that.
It's actually worse for me because my Timorets would like to exile creatures and get
Sure.
I don't think you have any way to interact with the graveyard.
Yeah, not really. Okay, just a Fairy Godmother and pass it to you.
Unsurprising to see no offer of that trade.
Yeah.
I don't think Corey's interested in it.
Not interested.
I just have a swamp and a pass.
Okay, now got a few options here. I think we're going to start with a Fairy Godmother.
Interesting.
The Godmother of the Fairy variety.
So at this point, I think it's pretty clear that Corey has another Venerated Loxodon in his hand and is trying to just get maximum value from it. So I think I want to use my removal spell in response.
Okay.
And as awkward as it is, I think I want to use it on the flyer.
Okay.
So I will Murder's Rider that.
All right.
Swift End. Go to 18.
18. And pass to you.
Yeah. I like seeing that follow up.
Solid play. What follow up?
And I am going to play a Timoret Chosen from Death.
Okay.
So toughness equal to my devotion. I can pay 2 mana to exile 2 cards from graveyards. Give 1 life for each creature I exile that way.
Okay.
Right now it's a 2/3.
Gotcha.
And I am happy to make this trade with either of those creatures. So
I won't be blocking. 19.
Do 19 and pass the turn.
All right. Okay, so not a horrible draw here. Let's see. Let's go with a Daxos.
Once again, it feels like we're trying to get a Loxodon down, and you've made your land drop.
I have.
So I think I'm just going to Erebos' Intervention, this Fairy Godmother for 1.
And that
So
was...
a -X, I gain X life.
And you could exile stuff as the other mode,
Yeah,
right?
exile twice X. So I'm going to go back up to 19.
19 and pass. Not too great of a draw over here, but some nice plays on Ross's part here to prevent us from doing a little bit more.
And got another castle.
Okay.
You got 3 in hand?
I have 2.
2. 1 we strongly suspect is Venerated Loxodon.
And you got 2 as well?
Yep.
Okay.
I will attack for 2.
Okay. So I could block here. We both have 2/3. You have a 2/4. I have a 2/3. But if you were to kill my vulnerable knight after the fact, then it's a blowout. So I'm gonna take it.
17.
Yeah. Because you couldn't kill it beforehand, because then I put a counter on it. But if you kill it after the fact,
this isn't a knight, so you would not get a counter.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one issue with Venerable Knight is I don't think you have any other knights in the deck.
Okay.
You needed more
Hey, you need the
one-drops.
beaters. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
And I will cast a Murderous Rider and pass the turn.
All right. Oops.
You didn't see that.
You didn't see it. All right, well, let's play the only spell we can in the form of Heliod. Here we go. But this does trigger, right? I guess this isn't a creature when it comes into play.
No.
So that doesn't trigger. All right, that's fine. But does that resolve?
Yep.
All right, we can finally cast the Loxodon. You've been playing around very well. Or wait, I guess this isn't even a creature to do it, huh?
Yeah, you can't. So you still can't do it.
Lame. Okay, well that's a bit of a problem. Do I want to do that then, or do I want to just try to Loxodon? I mean, my creatures aren't doing much here. I don't think... Okay, I can't make a token. I think I just have to Loxodon here. Pretend you don't know I have a Heliod, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we'll Loxodon.
Yep.
Get some tokens. I'm going to gain a life when it comes into play.
So you're at 18, I'm at 19.
And pass to you.
Okay. I will write down this Loxodon.
All
Swift
right.
end it. I go to 17.
Okay.
I
I don't have high hopes for this game, Ross.
will cast that Murderous Rider.
Okay.
And I think I want to leave the Timuret back since it has so much toughness. And just get in for 3.
Okay.
You could have
15.
Actually, I think I'm happy getting aggressive, actually.
Yeah.
So bring you to
pretty cool getting
13.
aggressive.
I gain 2 to 19.
Yep.
You can go.
All right. Okay. Heliod,
Yep.
Hunted Witness. So I'm going to
I
gain
think
a
you
life.
want to do a Witness first, because then Heliod will enter as a creature.
I guess it's the same, right?
No, because then you'll gain an extra life.
Oh, okay. Okay, yep. I'll do that first. So gain a life and then gain a life here.
So it brings you to 15.
5. And now we get to put a counter on something. Let's put a counter on... I want to be able to block some of these Murderous Riders effectively. This already does that. So I think we'll put a counter here. And then I pretty safely have the board under control, pending anything. So we're going to say go. Oh, and I'm at 14.
15.
15.
You
okay.
gain 2 life.
Yep,
left.
you're right.
Okay, I just drew another land, but I do have a good card in my hand.
Boy.
So this is going to be a drain for 10.
All right, that's it.
So 5 to 29.
Okay, sure, fair.
And I will pass the turn.
I did not miss Grey Merchant, believe it or
Yeah.
not, my friend.
Oh,
Believe it or not.
I kept you off balance, but now this Heliod is a big problem.
This Heliod is actually pretty nice.
Yeah. I can't really contain it. It can lifelink itself to get your life back up. I need to find another Grey Merchant, I think, pretty quickly, or another Erebos' Intervention.
I do think I have to start getting aggressive.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna lifelink it.
It's another.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't. Maybe I want to get aggressive with something else here then.
It doesn't lifelink itself.
Okay, so what if I get? That would be really good. All right, so this is a 3 large. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not great.
It's probably a
either.
mistake to not deal with the Daxos just because it kept your devotion down.
Yeah. I still don't think I can truly attack right now, unfortunately. We're still gonna attack.
And that is a 3/6.
3/6. Yep. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Or 3. Yep. 3/6.
So if I just block with these 3, it trades for one of my things.
That's not the best, I suppose, but
I'm pretty happy to turn this off.
yeah.
You don't have instant speed removal.
Nope.
Because you play Conclave Tribunal. You could just have Unbreakable formation, but I'm pretty happy to just trade that for a Murderous Rider, if that's what we're gonna end up doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's triple block.
Okay, I'll order.
That's a 2/10.
All right,
So probably don't
I'll
wanna
order this
that.
first.
Yeah.
And we'll teach Ross the lesson the hard way. I'll put a counter on this and then put a counter on this. 3, 7.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna teach him the hard way here.
To quad block.
Yeah. So I'll gain a life and go to 6.
I'll gain 4 life, go to 33.
All right, your turn.
End of
Got
turn,
him, boys and girls.
Exile those 2 creatures, and I'll go to 35.
Okay, no big deal. All right, just gray merchant me into oblivion, please.
How about this one?
Okay. I'm actually excited for this. So.
Okay.
At 35, how on earth could you lose?
Well, I could hit lands.
Okay, yeah.
34.
Okay.
And this is the awkward one because I can't pay.
You can do it for 0.
Yeah. So I have to do this for 0. Or actually, if I just draw it next turn, I can deal with the Heliod.
Oh,
because it's -X, -X.
Yeah.
So maybe I just want to take a turn off.
Sure.
I think that makes sense. So I'm at 34.
That makes sense.
I got plenty of time.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to untap. Oops. Let me shuffle that away. I saw that one.
You didn't see that.
But I did. These new sleeves, they're slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't win. I got another land, so I'll scoop it up.
I'm just gonna kill that.
Yeah.
And cast this. Gonna cast this. Can I cast the adventure part?
You can, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes on your adventure, and then you can cast
this should have gone on the bottom of my library.
Yeah. Now that's spicy. Okay, well, normally we only do 1 game, but we got some good sideboard cards for this. So we're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and we'll be right back with sideboarding here on Versus Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding with Versus Live. We're still contemplating here, but I am going to be taking out the giant killers for sure, because they really don't kill anything. I guess you have Massacre Girl, but that doesn't seem super important to me. So we're going to bring in for sure Devout Decrees, because they pretty much kill anything. Definitely going to bring in Elspeth, Sun's Champion. Now I'm really considering these Hushbringers as well. Being able to shut off your Gray Merchant seems really important. So I think we're going to just do this here. Just do these 4 giant killers for that.
Okay. On my side,
I've got the same amount of cards, huh?
Yeah, I just have a pile of cheap removal spells, so I'm going to sort of shift into a more controlling role here.
Yep.
The Bolus of Citadel, even though we saw it lock up game 1, can be
Not
a liability
matchup,
if we fall behind. So we're going to top out at some Massacre Girls. We've got a bunch of good removal between Cry the Canary, Legion's End, and Noxious Grasp, all pretty standard. And then we're bringing out creatures that block poorly. You know, Erebos, I need a big battlefield. If I concentrate on my removal early, I'm not going to have that kind of battlefield. Order of Midnight literally doesn't block. And then Yarok's Fenlurker, while good early, is not a card I want to draw in large quantities.
Yeah.
It's good casting on turn 2 when you have some 1-toughness creatures, but later on in the game, your creatures are going to get bigger. This card's not going to block as well, and you're going to empty your hand quickly, so I might not even get a card out of it.
Yeah.
I might just get like a spare land.
That's what I think is like on the draw. It does seem really good if I go Vulnerable Knight, and you can just go, get a card on my hand, and then it stops an attacker. But, I have all these effects to make creatures bigger and stuff, so that actually happening seems like more of a dream.
And it's really only Venerable Knight that is a 1-toughness creature on the ground. All your other 1-drops are 2-toughness, Hunted Witness that you'd be happy to trade because you just get a token, or they fly in Fairy Godmother and Healer's Hawk.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't block that well.
It is probably pretty bad.
Yeah, and it's going to die to like the sweepers. So.
All right, let's do it. You got any questions for us there, Cal?
Yeah. So today there was a card, I believe it was today, called Eidolon of Obstruction. It's 1 and a white. You know which one I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. This one, yeah.
Okay.
It's the 2/1 first striker with the Planeswalker ability thing, right?
Yeah. I think it stood out as maybe something that could go into your mono white deck. How would you feel about putting that in there?
Yeah, I mean, definitely if we're expecting to see, a lot of good Planeswalkers in Standard, that'll be an easy metagame choice. But, I mean, even if you just shut down your opponent's turn 3 Nissa for a turn, You know, I mean, that's pretty huge where they don't get to actually generate a blocker and then it just has 5 loyalty. Like, that card, it seems awesome and almost a for sure inclusion. Like, a little prefix of how we get decks ready. If they're spoiled today, we cannot get them in almost always. Sometimes we have in the past, but you know, we need to make the preview cards. So we didn't get to add that one, but yeah, I think this would be almost an auto include in this one. Yeah.
With the way that deck is built, though, the 2-drops on the deck are highly synergistic cards. Yeah. Johnny's Pridemate and Daxos, so it might be hard to fit them in the main. But they would definitely be a sideboard card, and you would have to, if you reconfigure the deck a little, you would play that card in the main deck.
Yeah.
And it might be worth it because that card seems really powerful.
It really does. Like, I just love that ability. We haven't had that kind of ability on a creature or a card ever, affecting Planeswalker's ability.
It's such a big thing. Like, I'm not sure if it reads that way to a lot of people, but like, you want to be casting your Planeswalkers on curve.
Yep.
And the reason that Planeswalkers are so powerful, or one of the reasons, is they generate immediate value. So even if you have to answer them with a card, then the person who controls the Planeswalker is ahead on the exchange, which is why you really want to be killing them in combat.
Yeah.
So if you have a card that says you can't generate that value immediately from whatever activation, it not only makes the Planeswalker much easier to just answer with that Conclave Tribunal or some other one-for-one removal spell, but it also makes it much easier to attack because either they haven't been able to plus it or they've had to wait a turn so they can get some immediate value, and that gives you one extra turn of developing your own battlefield and setting up a combat step.
No, I think it's awesome design, and like you said, when you play that card in an aggressive deck, it's going to be awesome because you're able to pressure these Planeswalkers. Now, this isn't going to be a standalone card to beat Planeswalkers because you have to have pressure with it. But having that out, when Planeswalkers need to use their ability to defend themselves, all the Planeswalkers are going to be a lot worse against that card. So I think that card is going to be very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Is white actually becoming a good color? This is unreal.
The weird thing is, like, white is always good either when it has a really good aggressive deck like we've seen recently with Loxodon, or when it just has some busted Planeswalker like Gideon Ally Zendikar.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, it just lacks the fundamental qualities that some of the other colors have.
I'm sorry, did you forget to mention our sweet Prince Felidar Guardian? When there's also mistakes in design, then sometimes it's good as well.
Yes.
All right. I think I can keep this. This hand is somewhat close to our last hand, but we got a good mix of creatures and some better stuff to do, so we're going to keep.
This hand is speculative, but I think if this card lands, it should be fine, so I'm going to keep.
You're going to keep it? Okay, we're going to fire it off with a 2/1 Savannah Lions.
Okay, I just have a land.
All right. Not an ideal draw here, but we're going to attack.
18.
All right, put you at 18, and then a hawk that would do some healing. Pass to you.
Perfect. Pass the turn.
Okay. Think I want to... I think we're going to go with... It's a little tough. So I want to try to play around Cry the Carnarium right now as much as humanly possible. And what's the best way to do that? I don't have a ton of great ways. But I guess it would be a Johnny's Pridemate.
Sure.
Declare.
I'm going to intervention the Hawk for 1.
Okay.
So gain 1 to 19, take 2 to 17.
Gain 1 to 19, take 2 to 17, pass to you. And the reason that plays around Cry is because I would at least have one creature that would live through it, but that might not be the case.
Well, I drew Cry, so that's good. Let's do that one.
All right.
Pass the turn.
I'm getting clowned. Yikes. All right, Heliod. Your turn.
Pass.
Okay. That's decent and scary at the same time. All right. Got a castle at least. Not bad. We're just going to say go.
That is the worst thing I could have seen out of Corey that turn.
Get a lot of spot removal there, buddy.
And now, with the castle out, I'm forced to do something.
Instead of just kill all my things.
Yep.
I could see it in your eyes that was your plan. You're like, well, I am going to send Corey to the Shadow Realm here, one creature at a time.
When I pass with, 3 lands and 5 cards in my hand, it's a pretty good sign that I have some removal spells.
Come on, you could just say, Corey, you're very good at depicting this game state.
I'm going to just use my mana and cast a Murderous Rider. Pass the
All right. Make a Shaheen here. All right. Now what do I want to do? Could just make another creature. I wish these counted for devotion. No, that'd make this a lot better.
Can't have it all.
Can't have it all, indeed. Well, we could try to give this lifelink, get some damage in. All right. Oh, that doesn't do anything. All right, we're gonna play our spells here. I'm gonna go with a Fairy Godmother and convoke these, get some counters going. I feel like I just need to, instead of just castling and saying go, I need to pressure a little bit here. Still not great because we are hellbent and we're just hoping for our board here to deal with it, which is not that likely here.
So let's swift down to the Loxodon, go to 15.
Okay.
And at this point, I can attack with the Murderous Rider and still only take 2 back and effectively get 2 damage in on Corey. That exchange gets a little bit worse because it opens up Corey being able to give both of these lifelink and then getting 2 triggers off the Heliod, which I think is how it works.
That is how it works, yeah.
Yeah, I think separate creatures will create separate triggers.
Definitely.
And then you'll have 2 3/3s, which is awkward.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just get in with this, you'll probably pump here so that you can get it through Murderous Rider. That said, if you activate twice, then you can't activate the castle. I guess that's only if you draw land.
Yeah.
So which do I care about more? I think I just want to slow your development down. So I think I'm going to pass.
And set lifelink. No, I think that's the correct play. All right. Well, that was heinous. That was a heinous draw.
Was it a second Heliod?
That would be really heinous. Okay, so it wasn't the worst possible draw. All right, I am just going to attack. Just no lifelink. I'm gonna value making a token more here and pass to you.
I'm at 13. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. There is another land, so that's nice.
Boo.
And I think I want to just get some creatures down. So I'm going to play Ayara and drain you for 1.
Okay.
So 19-14.
Yep.
Then I'm going to play Knight of the Ebon Legion and drain you for 1.
Okay.
So that's 18-15.
Yep.
And now, because I have another, I guess if I attack with this, you can double block. I don't want that.
Yeah. So otherwise, you could trigger if you got that through, but being able to have this is a little helpful. So we'll play that. Okay. All right. Let's see. That's pretty sweet, I have to say. All right, let's go. Elspeth.
Okay.
We'd love to see that, huh?
Yeah.
We should have played more of these just for the pure sake of playing it. All right. So all down abilities, huh? So this is only annihilating itself. Do I want tokens right now? It seems okay. Probably need to gain some life here.
Elspeth does get you pretty close to the requisite loyalty for Heliod, too.
That's true. That is true. But not quite. So we're going to just make a couple Shaheens here. And I'm going to attack and lifelink this.
I go to 13, you go to 20?
Yep.
And where's the counter going?
I think I want it on this. That does leave me a little vulnerable. Oh, God, I hope you just don't have Legion's End. I think I want to do it here. Nah, let's diversify. I think that's best because I can still kind of double block and use it this as the same way. So yeah, pass to you. Oh God, Legion's End would be just horrific.
So how do I want to play this? Yeah, I just want to deal with these things.
Oh my God.
Let's see your hand.
The old slow roll. It was a Heliod.
I'm going to play land 5. I'm going to pump the Knight.
Okay.
And I'm going to send 4 at the Elspeth for you.
All right.
So you go to 16. I gain 2, go to 15.
Okay.
And end step, this gets a counter.
Hey, does Elspeth make the same tokens that the castle does?
White human soldiers. White human creature. Oh. I guess they are technically... They have soldiers tax. We just only have... Oh, wait. These are just soldiers, but they're not human soldiers. So I guess Elspeth makes tokens that we do not have yet, huh?
You tricked me.
I guess we did. I tricked myself.
Okay. So let's try to back this up.
Yeah, agreed.
So you have 2 of those, and we'll use these for the Elspeth ones.
Yeah, so I had 4. So we'll say these
one
are
of
the
one of the humans already had a counter on it.
Yeah. And
so,
then I would put a counter on this.
Yeah, you would diversify there.
Yeah.
And that's going to change how I play this turn.
Chat's bailing me out.
So we had, so you're at 20, I'm at 13.
Yep.
This is like this. That's a
lot different.
Yeah, that is a big difference.
Okay, maybe we're not completely dead. We're still in trouble, but.
So I think because I can't effectively deal with the Elspeth anyway, I think what I want to do is just deal with the Fairy Guide Mother.
Okay.
So I'm going to play Dread Presence and then play this land, deal 2 here and gain 2.
That's still pretty good.
So that'll bring me to 15.
Okay.
My attacks are not good, but I'll pass.
All right. We need something like a Loxodon or...
Oh, and this also drains you for 1.
Oh, yeah.
So 19 to 16.
Yep.
Oh, fair.
New cards, everyone. New cards. All right. Still pretty far from Devotion. No. Let's see what we can do here. We can try to pump some of our creatures and actually try to get some damage in. I think that might be what we have to do. I think just making tokens is not really that great right now. So I'm going to pump.
It's -1 to pump, right?
I think. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right, I'm going to pump the... So I can either make 4 3s or 3 2s. 4 3s and 3 2s are pretty much the same on this board. So I'm actually going to make 3 2s and send them in.
And I will... block here because I don't think Corey's going to make more of the soldiers from Elspeth, but you are going to probably make more with the castle.
Okay.
So I'll block there.
All right. I'm going to lifelink one of them. We'll say this. And yeah. So take.
So I end up taking 1, right?
You take 3, right? Oh,
and
yeah. You
so
take
I'm
1.
At 15.
And I'm going to go to
3.
22.
Yeah, 15, 22. This dies.
That dies. I'm going to put a counter here.
And this goes on the bottom.
Okay. And second main, I'm going to play another castle. And that's all I got. Pass to you. So you're at 15, right?
Yeah, 15 to 22. Okay, that is what we wanted. So I like that. It's just a land.
Oh.
So I can just deal 2 here.
That's fair. Yep.
Gain 2, go to 17.
Okay.
We're just going to try
that card gets going, it's just so insane.
Yeah, we're definitely just going to
try
to
Did you ever play that in Limited? F20 Limited?
No.
It was disgusting.
And I don't have to be worried about Heliod turning into a creature because you're so far away.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I can get aggressive specifically with the knight. Or do I just want to leave it back to stop this?
Tough choice. Tough choice.
Yeah. Because that's basically your only viable attacker.
Yeah, I don't have a great plan so far.
Yeah, no, you do not. So,
but be afraid, I got an extra Heliod waiting in the wings.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass.
All right, make a token.
Yep. There's no reason for me to get aggressive.
I agree with you. Okay.
This castle is gonna be annoying though.
Yeah.
Probably gonna win this game eventually with Gray Merchants.
Yeah, more than likely.
Oh, I guess I had this. Pretend I played this last turn.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I drained you for 1.
Okay.
18 to 21.
I really don't have any great attacks here, so I think we just need to go Hunted Witness and pass, make some more tokens.
Attack.
I will block.
Okay.
White soldier tokens.
But that's
with
one lifelink.
Yeah, so it is actually these.
Why does everything make a slightly different token? This is just not okay.
Soldier tokens with lifelink. Okay, we don't have that.
You're going to get a backwards errand for that. And I'll play another knight and drain you for 1.
Okay.
You're at 20, I'm at 19.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
All right, we're going to make... I don't even know what tokens I'm making anymore, but we'll say it's this one. All right, so this has lifelink already. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we're going to escape Elspeth. Exile these 4. Seems like a good play. Bring that back. No additional counters. Escape normally brings some additional boost, but for Planeswalkers, they're just like, well, that's good enough.
Yeah.
All right. And now, what do we want to do? Still can't really get in there very effectively, but I could. This is probably a good turn to make some more tokens here. So if you Legion's End, you either get 4 or 3. Still a great rate, but we might as well get some extra blockers here. Go like this, and... Oh, we got a hawk as well. Pass to you. Tokens. Where's our unbreakable formations?
Do I want to make a move this turn? That'll leave you with 4 blockers still.
What's up?
I think I do.
Thanks.
I'm going to Erebos' Intervention, the big token for 4.
Okay.
Go to 23.
Okay.
Untap.
Are Jerry's the lifelinkers?
They sure are.
All right.
This is just a soldier. These are human soldiers, and these are just humans. Okay.
Yeah, but this has lifelink too,
Yeah.
of course. Wow. Anybody who doesn't bring tokens playing this deck at a tournament is going to be a nightmare. Okay,
now
so here we got Jerry's.
Legions and the Shaheen Saranis.
Okay, you know my card.
And send those 4 at Elspeth.
Okay. Elspeth is going to die here unless I win jump, but Elspeth is not that good. So what we are going to do is try to kill one of your very powerful cards. Is that even good? I guess so. All right. All right, we're going to quadruple block Ayara.
Okay, I will deal with the 2 lifelinkers.
Okay, so damage, 2 triggers from Heliod.
So, yeah, you gain 2, I gain 2. So you're at 22, I'm at 25.
Okay.
Elspeth down, and you have 2 Heliod triggers.
2 Heliod triggers. We're going to beef up 1.
And then I'll play a Fenlurker and just get the last card in
All
hand. And then pass the turn.
All right. We're going to get in there.
Take 3.
Lifelink it.
Yeah, I'm at 22. You're at 25.
22 to 25. Where do I want to put this token? I guess let's just... I think 3-3 is kind of the sweet spot. So we're going to start beefing this one up and play a land. Go.
So
I feel behind.
That's pretty good. So let's play a swamp and deal 2 to the untapped.
All right.
Now we can get in with the Dread Presence. We're going to leave back 1 night to be able to pump and block this thing.
Okay.
And I can get in with the Herox Fenil.
No blocks. Hit me.
I will pump the knight once, so you take 10.
Take 10, okay.
And I gain 2.
15 to 24?
Yep. I gained a 2 off of this, right? The trigger.
Oh, so you're at 26?
Yeah, 15, 26, and pass the turn.
Shaheen, save me. Okay. It's not ideal.
Heliod and Castle Ardenvale have done a valiant job, but
yeah, no
I don't
kidding.
think it's been quite enough.
No kidding. Let's see. So I can go like this. How much can I take?
Legion has counters on it now.
Yes,
Yep.
they both got counters.
Yep.
Good call.
All right. I don't think this is truly a winning line, but we're going to try this.
It's not bad.
An attack and lifelink them both.
So I take 4, you gain 4?
Yep.
So I'm at 22, you're at 19.
2 to 19, and then we will pump. We'll go 2 counters here and pass to you.
Smart to get them out of the Dread Presence range.
Yep. Heliod has been really good, but, what a bunch of tokens does not work well with it. Does this go away after being escaped? You can just keep escaping?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You need to keep needing more cards in the graveyard.
Yeah, of course, but still.
Attack for 6.
No blocks.
And do I want to pump the Fenlurker? I think I do. Let's pump it once.
So I'm taking 7?
Yeah, brings you to 12.
You're
I
up to
gain
24.
End step, this gets counter.
Okay.
And you can go.
All right, now if we can deal with that other knight, maybe we can do some stuff. Off the top. Ooh. It's interesting. It's not good, but it's interesting. It's just interesting art.
Well, you're up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more and you can double castle.
Hell yeah.
Okay. On your end step, I will grasp the Aaron Varich.
Okay.
Brings me to 25.
Wow. Aaron over Shaheen? Come on. Teammate biased, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how it is.
No, and that's actually correct because I'm going to be making Shaheen, so Legion's End are better for that.
Okay. Now with my swamps, I want to draw cards, so I'll lose 1 to 24.
I forgot that card does that too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm so wildly ahead. I don't need this any longer.
Drain you for 8.
Okay. That's game.
You're at 4. I'm at 32.
Yeah. Finish him.
I just attack. Or I guess you can give lifelink so you won't die.
Yeah.
So you're not exactly dead right now.
That's true.
That's annoying.
Whatever will you do now?
Well, I don't want to just attack with this because you can just make a token, give it lifelink block, and pump this.
Yeah.
But I guess it does reduce you.
Yeah.
by a
It's still
token.
hurting my resources. So I think you still do that.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense.
I'm going to make that play, though.
Yep, so you're going to gain 1 up to 5.
5. Yep.
Pass the turn.
All right. Anybody's game? Boom. Let's go. All right. Well, that was a nice little beating. But I really like what Mono Black can do. Like from your standpoint, is it's a pretty good value aggressive deck with great creatures game 1. And you have that cheese combo of Bolus's Citadel to go long. But then post board, you can turn into a control deck.
Yeah.
Which I think is really sweet. So
yeah, that kind of versatility has been a hallmark of Standard over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Decks and being able to sort of switch plans and do it pretty seamlessly. And it didn't take that much. I boarded 9 cards, like quite a lot, but
that's not much.
It could have been it could have been 7, and I have 2 Fenlurkers in my deck.
Yeah.
2 fewer removal spells or something.
And of course, we want to always preface with these are such loose versions, we don't know what a metagame is going to look like, so we'll be able to tune where maybe you don't need 9 cards because I feel like sideboarding 9 cards is signifying that it's a bad matchup, and I don't think mono black versus mono white should really be a bad matchup. It should be close. I can have the draws where I'll run over you, but if you can contain my early creatures where I can't snowball threats, like you did game one beautifully. I was just trying to just cast one of my Loxodons at any point. I was just trying to be so casual, like, I guess I'll play this Healer's Hawk. But if that resolved, I got to Loxodon, and you did it to me 2 turns in a row. So it was great play on your part. And then I just did not get the critical mass of spells on game 2. So,
The deck just has so much life gain between Dread Presence, Murderous Rider, Cavalier of Night even, and Gray Merchant. And then you have so much card advantage from... again, Dread Presence, from Bolus of Citadel, from Castle Lochthwain. You also have life gain from Intervention. So you're just so good at playing this long game, but you still want to get on the battlefield quickly, and that gives you those aggressive starts, and that's what Knight really does. This card is so good early, but so good late still. And then if you're playing a long if you're playing a long game, you really need your early creatures to still be good going along, because you just can't have bad draws like that. So we have Knight of the Ebon Legion. Fenlurker's kind of it can be okay going along, but it's not great. Even as a mana sink. But Order of Midnight, your other 2-drop, great going along. Rebuy those Gray Merchants. Unfortunately, can't be rebuy Murderous Rider, but Gray Merchant, Ayara, Dread Presence, even a Knight of the Ebon Legion can be very, very good. So definitely like the look
we
of
still
this
got
deck.
so many more cards to be spoiled too that there could just be an auto include mono black card in there that is going to be like black, do anything, basically. If you have a triple devotion black card, it's got to be pretty bad for you to not want to put it in there.
Ayara is not very good in this deck.
It isn't.
The abilities of it are bad. I'm only playing 2 because I really don't want to be playing it. I think you can build a version of this deck, and if you read PV's article, which was on Star City Games a couple weeks ago, about Gray Merchant, he writes about mono black devotion. And one of his lists was a mono black food deck that played Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven. And it's a Cauldron Familiar is a card that can help keep your devotion high. And try to develop some
and that's
synergies.
Good with Ayara.
Yes. And it lets you play with Ayara a little bit more. So that version of the deck is another way you could take it. You're still going to be playing that hot top end of Bolus of Citadel Gray Merchant. That regardless of the version. But the rest of it, you got some things to play with. You definitely want your Murderous Riders. I think you definitely want Timoret. I don't think this card was previewed when PV wrote his article. This card just has so much toughness much of the time.
Good, though? I mean, I guess...
The exile ability against all these escape cards, too. There's so many more graveyard interactions.
You do want mana sync. Like, Knight of your Ebon Legion's your mana sync when you're getting aggressive, but if you're not, then I can definitely see it.
You can exile Cauldron Familiars. You can exile, escape cards. Just keeping them off cards in graveyard and gaining some extra life can be relevant. I think this card is actually quite good because we're going to have a fairly graveyard-oriented format.
Sure.
And just like 2 mana, 2/4, which it is a good portion of the time.
It's just a beast, and just the 2 devotions. So, all right, so we're going to move on to round 2, but let's take a question or two if you got them before we do so.
So, a lot of people have been asking this question throughout the match. Corey, did you consider putting Linden, the Steadfast Queen, in your deck? It's Throne of Eldraine, triple white, Vigilance, 3/3. When a white creature attacks, gain a life.
Ooh, I forgot that was a card, didn't you? Yeah,
I forgot that card existed.
Oh, that'd be good. I mean, that's perfect. I was just saying, I was like, God, we would really love Banalish Marshal in this deck. It would be unreal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put that card in the deck.
Put that card in the deck. Go Twitch chat. You guys got it. 100% overset on our part. That is a great addition.
Fewer unbreakable formations. Because you don't want that many 3s. Maybe trim a 1-drop it like you're there, and play 3 or 4 of that card for
And
sure.
how many Helions did we?
There are 4 Helions.
There are 4. Maybe we can go to 3 on that card because when you draw a second, it's almost always bad and never dies. So I feel like we could go down on that and put that other card up there. Yeah, that's a nice one. That is some crazy synergies with the Johnny Pride made
and with Heliod.
And with Heliod.
It's whenever you attack with a creature, gain a life, or whenever a white creature you control attacks. So if you attack with 2 creatures, you 2 different triggers, and then you get 2 different Heliod triggers. So just every time your creatures attack, they get bigger.
So if you go turn 1 Healer's Hawk into a Johnny's Pride made attack, it's a 3/3. Then you do that, you attack. You're attacking for a 5/5, and then you're making it a 6/6 upon damage.
Is that good? Do I want that?
Okay, can we start over versus live? We're gonna get round 1 going. We'll just pretend you didn't see anything here, and we'll. No, that's really good, chat. That is a good catch. Let's take one more question before we head to break.
For your deck, Ross, how'd you feel about Rankle?
So Rankle was in the build for a little while. I wanted to try Erebos, obviously not good in this matchup, so we have to bring it out. Rankle is definitely an option.
I feel like that and Dread Presence are kind of fighting for a spot.
Exactly. Like you just said, too many 4s with Dread Presence and Erebos. Rankle is definitely an option. The one thing I will say is that in a real devotion style deck where you're trying to build your battlefield, you don't want to have these cards that restrict resources, which Rankle can do, but can also enhance resources, but if you just keep choosing to draw.
Yeah.
So you'll have to play it sort of strategically, and you don't really have synergies with it. Like you don't have anything you want to actively discard to your graveyard.
Or you don't have like gutter bones and stuff. But if we were thinking the food version, like PV was thinking, that's kind of like a more auto include in this. We're really trying to control and go long with Bolus the Citadel in this version.
Yeah,
but
a food version which probably has gutter bones because you're sacrificing things, probably has Midnight Reaper.
Yeah,
that version is probably much better for Rankle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always in consideration. It didn't quite fit into this version.
I think it'd be a good sideboard card against decks that where you need to take out a lot of your removal. Where removal just isn't great. You want to bring in those kind of cards. You want to bring in Duress. You want to bring in Rankle. Stuff to just really restrict resources. And then eventually land Bolus the Citadel and just, go to town. But
that makes a lot of sense too.
Yep. Okay, everybody. Great questions. Keep them coming in. Keep tagging at Star City Games, and we will answer all of them. We want to hear what y'all think about the new set. I'm pretty hyped about it so far. How about you?
Yeah, cards look sweet. I got to Bolus the Citadel with Grey Merchant, so that was fun.
I blocked that out already. I'm trying not to remember such a dark moment in round 1 history. But we got round 2 coming for you. I am going to be playing a Rakdos Sacrifice, Rakdos Aristocrat style deck. What are you going to be battling me with?
I am going to be playing Esper Hero. Got some cool Dimir cards that go well in the deck, and we're going to see if they can revive the archetype.
Our boys Shaheen and BBD are quite happy that you're doing that.
Shaheen is swapping sides for next round.
He really is.
Coming over here.
What a traitor. What a traitor. All right, we're going to take a short 5-6 minute break, and then we'll be right back here with Versus Live for round number 2.